Hey folks, ready for the next quick lesson regarding unlovely arrays? This time we're gonna make a fake line trace using a static mesh and add overlapped objects to the UMG list. Like just said, we're gonna use a static mesh instead of a line trace, but don't ask me why, as I don't know that. But I know that still many of you didn't join my Discord, where you can share your work to let me steal your ideas, complain about how useful are the engine crashes, or just share the amazing fact that you're totally broken when it comes to arrays. Or maybe just share a cat fact, but I don't think anybody will appreciate that. So hop in and stay tuned, as we are all in the same Some people say that line traces are a bit expensive. Well, that makes sense. If you actually look into the out-hit struct, it contains a lot more information as the banks know about you, and updating all of them on tick, well, you can just imagine. But it's not that bad, you know? We all should have strong PCs to run it all smoothly, but optimizations are always good. As an example, you can use a custom event and a timer so you can control how often it will update, because sometimes you don't need to update some information as often as the others. Like, for example, your mom's location when she delivers a tasty spaghetti to your room. You want to know exactly where she is at a given moment, but getting your homework tasks done will have a bigger delay. And regarding the static mesh solution, it's just a component. It updates anyways, we always use a lot of them and nobody complains. You can just disable most of unneeded stuff, because what we need is just the moment when it detects the beginning of an overlap and the end of it. And we can use those two events to actually pass information through a cast about what object did we just overlap, and add or remove it from the array to keep track on them. We have our player and the events, but we need some more stuff, so let's expand our project with those new objects. HUD, which is a widget, HUD list item, which is also a widget, trace actor, which is an actor, and a static mesh that will be our trace and will be added to our character. And as we are using a template, we can see this little crosshair that's staying on the side like me when someone asks for help. If we open up the first person UMG, we can find this code. Just a quick fix and we have it in the desired spot. Now let's start with the proper stuff. We're gonna start with the trace actor and give it a random shape on the backend play. We're gonna save a little integer to keep track on the number we generated and reuse it to make a switch to provide some further info about its shape name. Now let's place some of them already on the map for some tests and preview purposes, and let's waste our time watching the stuff not working. Yeah! Time to look at the player code. We have our overlap events for the static mesh I imported before, and we need some further code. But before that, we need to configure the UMG a bit, so let's jump there really quick. We're gonna keep it simple to not overhaul you with information that do not belong to the main topic. If you need that though, scroll your news page through. Let's add an image, make it grey, bit transparent, and voila! We didn't even have the need to use our most powerful painting tool. Now let's add a vertical box to store our list items we created before, but we have to prepare this as well. So here let's add another image, size it to the full scale of canvas, and add some text so we can show up some information about the objects. Place it in the middle and set the Y alignment to 0.5 so it will stay exactly in the middle of the Y axis. Oh, and make it to be a variable. As well the vertical box from before so we can edit it on the runtime with blueprints. In the main HUD, let's add two new custom events and add input nodes to them where the class is gonna be the reference to the trace actor. Now we are able to call them from the casts we created before inside of our character, and so we will do.
Hello?
Hi, my name is Mr. Event from the HUD department. How may I help you?
I'd like to report that I just met some trace actor on my way and want to store the information about it.
Okay. Can you please send me the information about that specific trace actor you just met?
Yeah, it's trace actor 12.
Okay. Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
No, thank you. Wait. I just lost sight of the trace actor 37. Can you just unassign it really quick?
It's done.
Thank you.
So this is how it works for the most part now. As we have our most objects prepared, let's go again to our player and create a widget and its reference so we can finish our overlap events. On the overlap begin, we need to add the object on overlap and remove it. Simple, right? For now we just call the events, but those do nothing at the moment, so let's change that into an amazing communication process between the player, trace actors and the UMG elements. Creating widget, adding it as a child and adding it to array is enough. For the removing part, just remove the child from the vertical box under the same index where we found our trace object. Why same index? Every time we register a new object, we add it into an array. All UMG entries are being created in the same moment, therefore they are also in an array that we don't see, but it will have exactly the same index as our own we created. So now once again, we look for the object inside of an array, get its index and pass it to the function that will remove a child from our vertical box. Don't forget to remove the array element at the end of the code. If you skip that, as you can see, if you forget about it, you can get some minor issues with your cooling system, and chilling will be a hard piece of bread in such a heat. Anyway, I don't think you realize it already, but we're completely done with the list stuff, but let's make it look like it really makes any sense, and to do that, we will get two informations out of our trace actor and pass them as the text to the UMG list element. We're gonna take out the info about its shape and the name. We'll connect those and more texts using append, and now in the main UMG, pass the info to the list item so it will know what to show you. And here we go, a fully functional faked line trace, and let's make it a bit more fixed so it can overlap more objects. Don't care about that, you can see them, they are listed in your amazing UMG so you can keep track on them from here. In case of any questions, I have no idea how it works, but a little conclusion here. The player spawns a UMG at the beginning, so we have it referenced. Using a fake line trace, we look for specified objects, which in this case are the trace actors. Still from the same spot, we send the information that we want to run an event inside of the UMG, and we provide info about the object we want to store there. UMG then creates another UMG, which is the list item, passes the info about object we reported, and does the responsible code for adding it to the array and the vertical box. You got it all? What? How no? You know what? I don't care at all. Do it all by yourself now.